Rhythm and Soul Countdown. The love is in the air. The crooner's in the building. And his name is Kevin Ross, in case you didn't know. Brand new album is out and about. Make sure you add it to your collection. And I need to know, Kevin, are you a dreamer?
Absolutely.
Always been?
Yeah.
So if you're a dreamer, then that means at some point in your life, you must have had a vision to where you are now.
Yeah.
That means now where you are, you must have another vision to what's going to come. If you had to put up a vision, and I'm tapping into your mind for just a moment to find out what's the ultimate goal or objective thing that you would still like to achieve in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, honestly, I don't think it's an ultimate goal for me, but there are like certain checkpoints. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do want to be Grammy Award winning. I do want to actually partner with an artist through our Society Music Group for sure. I would like to figure out how to venture off into education as well.
Oh, wow.
Whether that's me teaching at a school or whether me kind of developing an arts program of some sort. But I truly believe that academia will be back into my life somehow, some way. So, yeah.
Well, now I can see that. Now, what rich and soul, classic old school artists who are still alive today, who would you love to partner up if you had to do that? Let's go that way first.
Babyface.
Who you've opened up for?
Yeah, and work with. Yeah.
And work with, so you're close. You're close to that. Okay.
Patrice Rushen.
Wow.
Is another one. Yeah.
That's a good name.
Who else? It's so many of them as far as like great producers, writers, artists that I felt like I need to just kind of pick their brains. Dang, Stevie Wonder. How could I forget Stevie Wonder? Come on,
that's a geniuses.
Come on,
no question,
man.
no question that.
But yeah, I mean the list is definitely, it's long as far as just like people that I would love to work with, collaborate with, and just honestly just get their stories. You know what I mean? I think that's really important, and I feel like a lot of OGs, sometimes they're free, they give that game freely, and sometimes they hold it to themselves. Like even like thinking about Frankie Beverly and Maze, and I remember seeing him for the first time, and I heard their music,
sure,
but I never heard their stories until I was there live, and they went through the whole thing of like they were playing in Oakland, and Marvin Gaye was there, and after they performed, Marvin was like, "Man, you guys are amazing, but that name sucks. You need a new name." You know what I'm saying? But I believe in you. And I never knew that. I never knew the connectivity between Marvin Gaye and Frankie Beverly and Maze, and so that was really cool to me. And just so many other stories that he shared on stage. And so I feel like there's a lot more stories that are untold that I need to kind of seek out from different artists and creatives, because it just kind of adds to the fabric of who we are as a culture, and just it can kind of allow for us to navigate the business better as well if we know the pitfalls, the ups and the downs, and how to move throughout it. And so I want to be able to capture some stories as well.
Well, I know Kevin Ross already has some stories, because I would love to hear some stories of what you have achieved so far. Everybody has a story. If you touch the mic, you have a story. You have a few stories already. I want to know, tell me a quick story. The collab that you did with Eric Roberson.
Yeah.
And Anthony Hamilton.
Yep. And Raheem DeVaughn.
And Raheem DeVaughn. And the song was called Lessons.
Yes. To be honest, man, I give all credit to Eric Roberson. E-Ro was the mastermind behind it. I get a call from E-Ro's team, and he's like, yo, we want you on the remix for this song called Lessons. And I heard Lessons on the radio prior to that. Okay. I'm like, yo, this song's crazy. So I'm like, all right, send me the record. And I'm like, okay, this is a remix. Like the record has this like little backbeat to it. And I'm like, all right, I know like it's already soulful. So I'm like, let me put like a youthful twist to it and be more staccato with my flow and stuff. So I submitted it in. He's like, I really like this, man. And then I didn't hear nothing for like a couple months. And then next thing you know, he's like, all right, it's coming out next Friday. And it was like Eric Roberson, Anthony Hamilton. I didn't even know all these people was on it. I didn't know until it was almost time for it to come out. And then maybe like a couple of weeks later, he's like, yo, we're going to shoot a video for it. And I'm like, all right, cool. So went to the video shoot. We all kind of hit it off. We singing harmonies and doing all this stuff, and you know, all these guys are super duper cool, down to earth. And then literally like maybe a day or two later, we get a call from Anthony Hamilton's manager, like, so Anthony's doing verses with music and would like for y'all to come out to LA and do the song. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
I would have never thought I would have made it to verses because, you know, I'm too young. I ain't got no catalog. But I made my way on there.
Look at that.
Through Anthony Hamilton. So that was super dope.
Man, that's a lesson right there. That, you know, the song is perfect, and shout out to Eric Roberson.
Yes.
Ebro, he does some of the most creative things I've ever seen. Look, 2025, man, it's still fresh. So what's happening? I know you're getting on the road because I know you love to perform.
Yes. So, I mean, obviously, Love in the Middle is out. Love Up Tempo comes March 28th, and then I have a tour starting March 7th. And that starts in St. Louis, and we are hitting St. Louis, Chicago, Atlanta, Nashville, New York, Boston, Pittsburgh, Philly, and more dates to be added, but you can find your tickets at kevinrossmusic.com. Yeah.
And you know what he said? I'm making a check here, a check here, 2 checks here, 5 checks over here, and that's how he can get those shoes, baby. That's how he gets them.
With no socks.
With no
I can't look, man. You know what I mean? I can't show the shoes, man, without the socks. You know what I mean?
No, that keeps it fresh, baby. They're fresh. They're fresh. Man,
man.
Always a pleasure, man.
Man, thank you
so
so
much, brother. Wish you continued success. If you
Yes,
don't know
sir.
about this cat, Kevin Ross, get him in your catalog. And I know if the babies haven't started being made already by his music, soon come.
I'm just a facilitator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And a participant at the same time. He's a great dad. He's a great dad. Now, I don't know if you make love to your own music, but, you know, you're doing your thing, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Kevin Ross on the Rhythm and Soul Video Countdown. Always a pleasure, man. Continued success. I'm going to catch up with you this summer. I got to see this brother in concert, and I hope you will as well. Thanks for joining us. More of the Countdown continues in minutes.
This is a Media Makers NYC production.